Good day, fellow Canadians. I'm off to teach my grandchildren a little bit about flying since there is nothing else to do these days. But before I go and do that, I want to share a few thoughts that I have about what to do and not to do during this pandemic. So I have my list of 10. I'll start with number 1 and get to the most relevant of them all at number 10. So here we go. Number 1, do not take the experts too seriously. So far, they have failed us. They've flip-flopped on everything. All the advice they could give us has changed from one moment to another. Don't close the borders, close the borders. Masks help, masks don't help. Social distance, don't go out. You can go out, stay 6 feet apart, don't talk to anybody. It just goes on and on until your head is spinning. Do not take the experts, in air quotes, too seriously. Number 2, think skeptically about everything that the politicians tell you. They're doing it for their own personal gain. One has only to look at our dear leader to see the grandiose theatrics, that he comes out his door every day at 11:30 to try to lecture the country on what the best and most moral thing to do is. Prime example, and why not to take our politicians too seriously, any of them. Number 3, do not believe the news coming out of China. China lied, people died, to quote Andrew Lawton. This is something we all need to remember once the dust has settled. Number 4, once the dust has settled, we need to hold as one united front all of China and their government responsible for this mass destruction. There is no other way to look at it, no matter how they try to spin it. They are the cause of what we are living through right now. Number 5, encourage the government to treat teachers more forcefully regarding their duties to students once everybody is back to work. It's been proven that they're not needed as much as they like to portray themselves as needed, and doing everything for the students. Students can learn online, will be learning online, and this should serve as a lesson to prove why it is an essential component of the student curriculum. Remember this once the dust has settled. Number 6, once the pandemic is in retreat, remember to be grateful for what up until now we have taken for granted. Everything we do, we assume we would always be able to do, and we're seeing that in quite a different light right now. Number 7, very important one, let's re-examine our societal norms. Have you heard much lately about transgender bathrooms or safe spaces or gender studies teachers? Why? Why haven't we? Because they're really not important or essential to our well-being, as is proven right now by what we're living through. Let's stop paying attention in future to whiners and complainers. We've had it really good up until now. Number 8, focus on what really matters. Once we come through this, what is it that's really important? Our freedoms? Yes. Censorship? Not so much. Paying attention to social justice warriors and activists and administrators, teachers, and so forth that wish to indoctrinate our youth matters, that we set their house in order to be able to live in our homes the way we are entitled to. Number 9, do not listen too much to the news, especially CBC and CNN. CBC is, of course, our dear leader's state broadcaster. They'll say whatever is going to make the dear leader look good. And CNN just hates Donald Trump, so they will never, ever give him credit for anything, even if he were to cure the coronavirus. And number 10, and for me this is the most important of all of the things to do or not do during this period of restricted lifestyle, do not listen to the daily pressers by Justin Trudeau, or they'll make your anxieties skyrocket. So until we meet again, folks, Stay safe. Do what you think is the best thing to do. Don't disregard the advice you're getting from medical professionals, but take everything into your head and think about what works for you, what you should believe, and what you shouldn't.